transforming today for tomorrow. The independence and sovereignty of any nation and therefore community create emotional fulfillment. Political and socio-economic transformation are dreams that begin to form immediately a new leadership takes the throne. Several decades into post-independence Africa, the issue on effective utilization of physical and natural resources has been and continues to be a major challenge. Most African states have had their Golden Jubilee celebrations over their independence. Despite this, coups, call for general elections, resignations, investigations into corruption are a common appearance on Africa's mass media. Corruption is a vice that today eats up most African states more than cancer eats up the human body. Some of the cases are simply shocking.
To be able to live a life that is ethical, you need to carry the cost. You have to be prepared to carry the cost. The decision you make reflects your belief system and your value system, and the level of ethics, and how your threshold to withstand a test.
The expectation of a frustrated populace is highly dependent upon their prayer that one day a higher deity will for sure intervene. Religion begins to become a barometer with which the community weighs the concerted effort towards eradication of corruption that is the mother of poverty in many African states. God, in creating man, placed all authority on the shoulders of this unique creature.
And I believe that God is the best leader. He said, he put the infrastructure together and then he said, let us make man. He was creating a reader. And he said, let this man have dominion, let him rule, let him stand up, let him control what happens. Okay? Man failed in the first test of leadership.
Some states like Kenya have shocking innuendos about corruption.
One of the most powerful things of the Christian faith is that the Christian faith allowed for people who had been caught in situations of unethical behavior, it gave them a route back into restoration. And therefore, I believe that is one of the most powerful tools that we can bring into society as those who profess to be Christians, that tool of allowing people who have gone down the road of unethical behavior to see that there is still a way that they can come back and how they can be restored.
One therefore wonders if Christians are unethical in their places of work, in managing churches, sometimes referred to as ministries. This does raise serious questions on apt leadership traits among persons who are Christians and are either chief executive officers where they work or run business.
One of the things I want to propose to you as leaders who most of you, I believe, are coming out of the Christian faith. One of the most powerful things of the Christian faith is that the Christian faith allowed for people who had been caught in situations of unethical behavior, it gave them a route back into restoration. And therefore, I believe that is one of the most powerful tools that we can bring into society as those who profess to be Christians, that tool of allowing people who have gone down the road of unethical behavior to see that there is still a way that they can come back and how they can be restored.
The Executive Leadership Network, Elnet, under the canopy of Life Ministry Kenya, annually does hold ethical leadership and business conference and awards. Started by a few persons who are into leadership as employees and some as business persons, today Elnet is an epitome of leadership training and mentoring for a number of individuals and institutions in Kenya.
Yes, you can develop ethical leaders. You can give people the skills in which to be better people, and that translates then into the bigger society, into people being happy.
This is a key forum through which matters on ethical leadership are widely presented and discussed. The driving spirit here is networking for effective display of the tops individuals and institutions on matters ethical and leadership. The year 2015 event was unique in its own form.
Quoting from Jim Collins, he tells you to catch the right people on the bus,
Yes.
the wrong people off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But as an ethical leader, I believe in multiplication, transformation. I believe that's biblical.
Yes.
So we're not in the business of additions and subtractions. We're here to transform. And that seems to suggest, that you have to transform the people that work in your organization. So of course there's a bit of a friction between the two. So I'm keen to hear what happened in Kenya. Did people get off the bus, or were the people that you had, were they transformed?
The first place that we started was to put the top positions, all of them, out for recruitment. And then within the questionnaire, we had already gone through this process of who is your best employee. Is it the person with a degree, or is it the person with the right attitude? So within the questionnaires that we were working with, it was KPMG, we had a lot of interactive personal questions in there. We wanted to know who is it that we're recruiting. We focused on the person rather than on the qualifications. And that's what gave us the people we had. And by the way, you're right. When we put those people up for tests, we cropped up four directors were born again out of the 7. That's why I said that the church doesn't know what it has. It is the fishing ground for these leaders. Anybody wants a good leader, they should come to the church. But the church needs to concretize what they have, make it a product. We need unity.
The presentations and interactions and the event were not only inspiring to a range of leaders present, but it was a moment to reflect upon oneself. Partners such as Google in Elnet have pertinent messages through an initiative called Search Inside Yourself.
Why? So there's my personal life, and then there is the corporate life. So I just graduated Google from a program called Search Inside Yourself. The belief is that it really does start with you, and it starts with me, with us as individuals. It needs to work on us. Then we will be part of that 3 to 15% that can change the culture, wherever we are, in whichever organizations we are. So why is it important to search inside yourself? Because it's a VUCA world. VUCA is an acronym for volatile. We live in a very volatile world. Things change a lot. It's very uncertain. We don't know about tomorrow. As Christians, we can say we know about tomorrow, but for us in technology, things change so rapidly. It's also very complex. You don't know where, you think you have understood it, and then it has changed again.
Patrick Kuwana is Africa Coordinator of Unashamedly Ethical. His reflections when he shared about transformations leading to ethical leadership is immensely informative.
What is a brief process of transformation? Where does Kenya want to go as a country? What is your desired future as a country? Because before we can think of transformation, there has to be a clear map of saying, so where does Kenya want to go as a country? And secondly, where is Kenya right now? What's the current reality with Kenya? We might have a vision, but if we don't know where we currently are, it'll be difficult to build a road to get to the desired future. But at the same time, we also need to recognize that there are certain constraints that are in place. What is stopping us from moving forward? These are all assessments that we need to make. This can be an exercise at a national level. This can be an exercise in your family. Ethics will drive the level of trust that we're going to have. The level of trust will determine the level of unity. The level of unity will determine whether we're able to execute on the vision. Even if ethics, even if trust has been broken, through our ethical behavior, we can rebuild trust.
What does institutional leadership mean, especially in a situation where the set vision has to be realized?
All of us are born failures, but there is an opportunity to transform. And that's the beauty of talking about transformative leadership. The direction is the guiding principles. No corruption. If you're doing an evaluation, you do not get contacted and do not disclose it. You've got to possess what you have, what you are. Okay? And don't fear. Don't fear. It works. Ethical leaders need more ethics. So leaders are more definitive in defining that operational and that value than the operational staff. And true sustainability will depend on how successful the leadership is in recruiting and detaining that unique value, human capital. That unique value, human capital. Confront your weaknesses as an individual. Acknowledge who you are and what you have and what you don't have. And deal with it. Deal with it. You've got fear of being arrested, deal with it. You've got a fear of going to jail, deal with it.
The annual event is not just a moment of mind awakening and very informative presentations, but it is also here that the best of the chief executive in their respective institutions are honored through them winning awards. The selection process for the winners is for sure meticulous.
An ethical business gives quality service or quality products. Number two, you must be truthful. An ethical leader is a person faithful to his wife. If you want to help organizations, it is important to introduce some external system of verifying whether your business is ethical. If you volunteer your business, you want to know whether your business is ethical, we'll ask you to do the following. Number one, give us about 20 or whatever, or a big number of your suppliers. Give us your clients, customers. Those are people who know if you are corrupt. Am I right? Yeah. Thirdly, give us a list of your board members. Give us a number of your senior staff. Give us a number of your junior staff. Give us a number of your competitors. So that's the first process. Give us a list. Number two, sign a confidentiality agreement. The idea is to promote people. Remember our vision is to be able to prove to Kenyans there are two businesses in Kenya that run ethically.
Yes, the ceremony has brought about the spirit of celebration which goes beyond this event. Staff of the winning institutions will for some time celebrate like our forefathers celebrated when we as Kenyans won independence. The celebration could be short-lived if the values that cultivate ethics and apt leadership are not upheld. Ethics are set by God, and He has a call to that effect.
The ultimate transformation that God gives us is in 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and I will heal the land. God gives us an ultimate recipe for bringing about the transformation of a nation.
It is the hope of the organizing and assessment team at Elnet that the two institutions that won awards will implant the spirit of living ethically among individuals and institutions in Kenya. For this will see more institutions enroll for the assessment as we look forward to an even much heightened quality ethical leadership and business conference in the words in the year 2016. One of the fathers of ethics, Martin Luther King Jr., said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy." You and me can cultivate a society that is ethically upright.